It's a couple of days now since I've got back from Hull, and there are two things in particular, one for the journey out and one for the journey back, that is making me go like this. The first one is unstaffed petrol stations. Specifically, I was using an unstaffed petrol station before I embarked on the first of the two long motorway stretches in order for me to reach Hull. The problem was not so much that it was unstaffed, but more the fact that customer after customer was coming into this garage because of its cheap prices. Fine. What's not fine is the fact that no one had closed them off because they were completely empty. Twice I tried different pumps and same result. Nothing. Not even a drop got added to my tank. That much was an inconvenience. That's fine. What was harder to deal with was coming back from Hull. I endured the biggest exasperation. The northern part of the M25 was out of action. No idea why, and I'll probably never will know why, but it caused a massive what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, it caused a massive curveball in my sense of direction. Instead of joining the M25 and following it back to where I needed to go, I had to wend my way one by one, crossing them off as I went, through the inner M25 London suburbs. So not all of these are necessarily suburbs, what I'm about to list, but Bushy Heath, Watford, Harrow, Ealing, Twickenham, Richmond, and then eventually Kingston upon Thames when I knew where I was, and then finally I was able to make my way home more easily. But boy, did it take its toll. I mean, it significantly increased the amount of time it took for me to drive. At one point in the Bushy Heath area, I actually ended up in a housing estate. And honestly, I know it's a cliche, but it's true. All of the roads seemed to be exactly the same. And I was like, what the hell do I do? If that situation had occurred in daylight hours, it would have been easier for me to get my sense of direction back on track. But bearing in mind that at the time I ended up at that place, no idea what it was, but all I know was that it was in the Bushy Heath and Watford area. I had to get out my phone sat-nav in order to get me to the right place, because my brain was tired enough as it was. Although I'd had a break at Peterborough services, because 4 hours in theory between home and Hull and vice versa, 2 hour break in between, my brain was already tired when I was making my way home. And scrambling around London suburbs is not what people should be doing after a long journey at 11:30, 11:15, or even midnight. Very frustrating. And I've eventually got home at 10 to 1 in the morning of the day of completing the journey back from Hull, and needless to say, went straight to sleep as soon as I got there. Need I say more?